Ashlyn Hager, and today I'm going to be talking about a very controversial topic across the United States. First, I'd like to take a time to do a little imagery activity, so if everyone will close their eyes for me. Alright, so I would like everyone to think of the best day of their entire life. The day that the person you have loved forever gets on one knee, or maybe you're getting on one knee, and ask you to spend forever with them. You're in that blissful state, nothing matters. All you can think about is how happy you are. Then you open your eyes and you realize that you legally can't marry that person or live the life many married couples do. I think that today's speech is to bring awareness to how important it is for every single human being to be able to legally marry the person that they love. While I've never personally been in this spot or in this relationship, I have several people in my life who I've witnessed go through hard times because of who they love, and I just want to bring awareness to a really soft spot in my heart. So today I'm going to be talking about why marriage equality is so important and what it brings to our government. I'm also going to be talking about why someone might not support it with some opposing points on the topic. So first I'd like to start with some facts and statistics on marriage equality. So the number one case that was reported for marriage equality was in 1970, and it was in Minnesota. So basically it went to the court, they denied it, and then it eventually went to the Supreme Court where it was denied again. It wasn't until 2015 that all states legalized the marriage of same-sex couples, and that is from the Obergefell versus Hodge court case, which is a very important case for people in this LGBTQ community. Also, the last census had an area where they talked about everyone that covers the same-sex marriage in the United States. It reported from the CDC, or the census.gov website, that there is 543,000 gay married couples in the United States, and I think it was 469,000 same-sex couples not married in the United States. I thought that was very cool that they included that in the last census. Shows that we're growing somewhere. So now that we know a little bit of information on the couples, let's look on how it is affecting them as citizens. So I read a blog when researching for this speech, and it was from Nomadic Matt's website, and it talks about him and his boyfriend, traveling and all the precautions they have to take. And it kind of just blew my mind at how much precautions they have to take for just being a same-sex couple. I've never had to even think about these things, There was a quote from their website, and it said, "If you're traveling to less developed countries, it is important to know how LGBT people are treated in that country." And it just blows my mind that they have to look and see how they're going to be treated where they go on vacation. It also talks about on the website how they couldn't even wear their wedding rings when they travel because they don't want to cause attention to themselves. That just really put myself in their perspective and made me realize how hard it is to just be able to love who they want to love, and that was crazy to me. So beyond that, it also is very hard for same-sex couples in the United States and in the population in general for long-term goals, especially families. A lot of people know that it is not legal in a lot of states to be adopted parents and adopt children, which I found very sad because as a person who wants a family one day, to think about not being able to have a family because of who I love just blows my mind. It kind of defeats the purpose, you have a family because you love the person you're with, and it was just very hard for me to understand that, and I don't think that's fair at all. And also, businesses will often decline people when they find out they're in the LGBT community because they don't want to bring that in their business, and that was just surprising to me because they're still human beings, they're still great people, and they don't deserve this at all. So now that we've looked at how this affects their life, let's look at what it's going to bring to our government. So for our government, with any marriage, it's going to bring some revenue, and I think that's very important to notice because marriage license costs money, weddings cost money. It's going to bring so much revenue into our government. It will bring up to $2.5 billion in a year, which is crazy to me. And also it can bring up to $300 million in Medicare. And also taxes. People take taxes when they're married, so that will be another revenue option. So it has so much opportunities for something as simple as letting people love who they want to love. And so now that we've talked about what the government would get from this, let's look at some opposing points and what makes people not want to support this. The number one major reason I think that people do not support marriage equality is religious beliefs. Oftentimes people say, reference from the Bible, that it doesn't say anything about, being gay or being able to, have same-sex marriages. And from a Christian woman's standpoint, I believe that Jesus wants us to love our neighbors, and Jesus wants us to not judge. So from my standpoint, I think I would rather go with that than something he doesn't really mention. So that's how I feel about that situation. While I can understand that, because some people are very into their religious beliefs, I think that is something that is preventable. Another reason some people do not support marriage equality is going to be for moral beliefs. You know, people often grow up listening to their parents talk about something they don't believe in. So instantly in their head, they don't believe in it as well. And I think that the best way to prevent this would just be able to grow up, or not, like when you grow up, realize that you are your own person and you can do your research and you can choose what you want to believe. And that is just the best way to avoid that on that end. So now that we've looked at ways that people logistically would not want to support this, I'd like to wrap up today. From today, I hope that you guys can understand why is it so important that people get to be who they want to be and love who they want to love. This is literally basic human rights, guys. And it is so important that we understand this and come to the realization that this should be normal and this should be okay. And it breaks my heart that it's not. So today I hope that you took away my facts and statistics I used, as well as what it could bring to our government, how it affects the citizens that are LGBTQ. I hope that everyone just understands how important this topic is. And I also want to mention back again that there is people that don't believe in that, and that is okay. It's okay to have different beliefs and to not want to persuade someone by a speech. But I just know that I will never be in this relationship, and I will never understand how it feels to be in this relationship. But as long as I'm on this earth, I plan to try to help others understand why it is so important, because we're all human beings and we deserve to be treated equal. Thank you.